Davies von Nikita Kuzmin Charleston. Cho guys and dolls dreams often begin in silence, those soft, uncertain spaces between memory and imagination. Yet some dreams arrive loud, theatrical, and fully staged, as though they were waiting for a spotlight. The one recounted here belongs to the latter. I dreamed last night. I got on the boat to heaven. Few opening lines carry such a sudden sense of spectacle. It's vivid, surreal, and boldly metaphorical, a proclamation rather than a whisper. The speaker is swept into a vision of transcendence, boarding a vessel that seems destined for salvation rather than sea. And in this dream, he has inexplicably brought along his dice. The detail is almost comedic, almost tragic, an artifact of earthly habit carried into a celestial setting. Dice, symbols of chance, luck, and the unpredictability of life, contrast sharply with the solemn promise of a boat to heaven. The juxtaposition is deliberate. He is a man straddling two worlds, the flawed reality he knows, and the purity he seeks. And there I stood and I hollered, "Someone save me." There is desperation here, but also theatrical flair, like a performer losing himself in the role. His cry for rescue doesn't quite match the setting. After all, this is supposed to be heaven. But the dream makes room for contradiction. It shows his guilt, his confusion, his longing to be redeemed even in a place meant to offer redemption. But the passengers around him are not fooled. They know right from wrong, the narrator insists. They see not a soul seeking salvation but a man still dragging worldly vices behind him like anchors. And so the chorus begins, not angry, not violent, but firm, collective, and unwavering. Sit down. You're rocking the boat. It's a reprimand disguised as a refrain. Sit down. A mantra of moral correction. The dream becomes a moral courtroom, with the passengers acting as both jury and community. Get off the boat. Their words echo like waves slapping the hull. Sit down. Sit out. Every command suggests a failure to behave, to fit in, to leave his earthly habits behind. Even his coat, described as checkered, loud, and sharp, is called into question. As though garment and character share the same pattern of flawed decision-making. Sit down. The chant intensifies. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. The repetition is relentless. It is rhythmic, almost musical, yet also oppressive. In the logic of the dream, the man becomes both the disruptor and the disrupted. Shaking under the weight of the crowd's judgment. The orchestra swells, at first softly, then with a jolt. The music forms a boundary around him, pressing him down as the voices rise. Sit down. You're rocking the boat. What began as a whimsical dream drifts into a feverish spectacle. The world tilts. Shadows stretch. Lights flash. And then comes the whisper, "Shh, baby. Rock. Don't rock the world." The line slips in like a smoky note from a jazz club at closing time. It feels both intimate and detached, a gentle warning from a faceless voice. Reminding him that chaos spreads easily, that one wrong move can shift the course of an entire world. The music surges again, percussion shaking the air, brass cutting through the haze. Voices rising and falling as the scene becomes almost ecstatic. The world seems to pulsate with rhythm, the world, the world, the world. Each repetition expands the meaning. The dream is no longer just a dream. The boat is no longer just a boat. He is realizing that the instability he creates, through fear, guilt, or habit, ripples outward into everything around him. And then, after a climactic swell, go. Hey. Na 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 na. The chant becomes pure release, nonsense syllables poured into the air like confetti. a musical purge of tension, a moment when meaning dissolves into sound. The dream shifts from judgment to celebration, from anxiety to catharsis. Then comes the final wave of sound, heat. Heat. It's shouted, sung, cracked open like a spark bursting into flame. The audience, present or imagined, erupts into applause. The music ends in a burst of joyful noise, so good. So good. And then, once more, the orchestra raises its final shimmering notes, letting the dream dissolve the way all dreams must, suddenly, without warning, leaving behind only emotion, rhythm, and the deeper question, was the man rocking the boat? Or was the world rocking him?